This story is so crazy that I stayed up until like 4 a.m. Wednesday, Thursday, and Tuesday. I stayed up till 4 a.m. last night just to make sure I got all this done because I kept finding crazier and crazier stuff. So I'll start with this. Like once upon a time, there was this weak, pathetic pussy called Woodrow Wilson.
Some people call him president.
Tell us how you really
That's
feel,
the distinction
He
going.
was quoted as saying when he asked why he kept a small flock of sheep outside the White House lawns. He was really weird. He said he kept them there because they reminded him of the American people. So he literally kept sheep on the White House lawn.
That's a fact. He actually
he's
said
quoted
that.
as saying they remind me of the American people. Okay, so
That's hilarious.
that kind of sets up what I'm going to talk about today. So there's this thing called the Tavistock Institute that not a lot of people have heard of. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Tavistock? No.
Yeah, no.
What is it?
So it was created during World War I to help shape public opinion and socially engineer people. So brainwashing, propaganda.
Got you.
They hired the best social scientists in the world, psychologists, like real genius people to learn how to, like, the mechanics of the mind work and how to penetrate people's minds and make them think certain things. So they were instrumental in changing people's perspectives in the war, like creating positive sentiment around the war, patriotism.
Yeah.
They were funded by the royal family, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, of course, and they played a key role in getting people to join for World War I. So in the last 50 years, they have thoroughly studied American society, how they react to crises, and how to basically make people react a certain way to crises. So,
And who they work by? Who do they work for?
the Committee of 300.
Holy
Wow.
crap! Great.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good.
Yeah, so this is another one that comes from that book, The Committee of 300. But the things that they could see their fingerprints on the most are wars and celebrities. So I'm going to talk about both those things today. So I wasn't alive during this time, but do you remember what the sentiment in the mainstream media was like during the Gulf War? I know, I don't mean to take an
Hey,
old
I
person
wasn't
shot.
alive, but you old guys were. Do you remember what was going on?
I was.
that
I'm
old.
46.
The
Wait, so-
babies in the incubators.
Wait.
I'm
and-
serious.
Yeah.
For the Gulf War, the reason why I thought it was about babies in incubators that turned out not to be true.
Oh,
It's interesting that's
the Gulf War. The Gulf War was Saddam Hussein, and we were helping
Right,
the people
right,
of Kuwait. And
Desert Storm 1.
Desert Storm, the first
Very
one.
quick, very successful.
Very quick war.
So within a span of 2 weeks, people went from not even knowing where Iraq was to fervently saying that we need to destroy evil dictators. So the way that they do this is that they basically do case studies with people and do like these like polling focus groups. So I have a clip here of from the movie Vice, and it shows exactly how this is done.
And what do we want to watch from the movie?
So it's a clip of how they decide how to make the public be in favor of a war, supporting
Oh,
a war.
gotcha. Okay. Let's play this clip.
I think that's an excellent idea. We want to take that motherfucker down for a long time.
Turns
Brandon-
out she's more dangerous than Saddam Hussein.
Yeah. But by the way, what a like just watching that like
Encapsulates everything.
how it's like business as usual, but for people's lives. Think about that. Like that type of meeting, those are strategy meetings with Pat and Tom and growing a business. That type of nonchalant, like, you guys focus group, you guys don't we have to say Iraq. Because you can't bomb Al Qaeda, you have to pick a country. That's freaking crazy.
By
Man.
the
Yeah,
way,
and the
this
thing
is
about- the
this
thing
is a
about people-
fictional representation of what
It's
happened.
fictional, but hold
Yeah.
on. But that is exactly how I would do
That's
it.
exactly how it happened too. So the thing about people is that they're extremely predictable. If you do a sample size of 1,000 people for a certain area, you could know exactly what that entire area is thinking because people are that similar. It's like when you post a poll on X or on YouTube or something, you know within the first 1,000 responses what the results are going to be. So it doesn't change, it doesn't vary. So as long as it's randomly selected people, you know exactly what they're the population is going to think. You could profile them to a T.
Holy
They
crap.
did this for the Gulf War. They did this for 9/11. They did this for any war. They did it for World War II, for anti-Japanese sentiment. They got us to the point where we were having Japanese prison camps in America.
Dude, remember that Turban camp?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
crazy.
So they can make us think anything they want us to think. And then, you ask yourself, is that why 20% of kids in Gen Z are gay? Is that why we were willing to do the COVID lockdown? Because all of this stuff, they have it down to a T, the playbook of how to socially control us. And then the next thing I want to show is how they use celebrities to influence us. Because the Edwin Bernays, he's considered the godfather of propaganda, and one of his main points of how to influence a society is to do it through the celebrities. So
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Brandon, every year of an election, it's
Taylor Swift
it's Taylor, it's The Rock.
It was just Beyonce last week at the DNC.
And she didn't even show
Yeah, she
up.
didn't
And
show
look
up.
at what that did to the ratings.
Yeah. go ahead.
So the Beatles that everybody knows and loves, they were actually a creation of the Tavistock Institute.
The Beatles?
Yeah.
What?
They were sent here 2 months after JFK died. They didn't even write their own music. They didn't know how to read music. And they, this guy who was their, I guess, leader, he created this thing called a 12 Antinal Discord that was scientifically pitched to create social unrest in America. So the design of it was to basically break the nuclear family, make teenagers into, like, get them into drugs and sex and rock and roll and be debaucherous. So they created this whole counterculture society. It turns out the words teenagers, cool, discovered, pop music weren't even in the lexicon of America at the time. So all these new words were used because they were studied by the Tavistock Institute. They're like, oh, these are rebellious words. These are going to make kids rebel against their parents and try to do new things and try drugs and have fun and, you know, free love, have sex.
So it's like herding sheep and cattle, but like
Yeah.
your own way, like finding out what they'll do, what they won't do.
Right.
Holy crap,
So
dude.
play this clip right here.
What is this?
Does this look the Beatles fandom? Does this look like normal to you, or does this look like deep brainwashing?
Go ahead.
I love you, Paul, and please come to the window so I can just see you. But I love you and I want you, Paul. Please.
Why do you like them so much?
I don't know, there's just something about them. I don't know, when they sing.
Aren't they as good as anybody else?
No, they're better.
Oh my god. Yeah, like how does that? Yeah, dude, this
running through police.
psychotic for a bunch of ugly guys with bad teeth.
Yeah.
Probably stunk too.
Oh, they're nasty. But like, I have never listened to one of their full songs, and I'm happy.
Black in the morning, 5:30 to see them, and all they do is push you farther and farther away. And then they don't even let you see them.
Have you ever been this crazy about any other entertainer?
No, and that's what's so amazing. We don't know why we're like this.
Keep looking at your screen. That's why it's like this.
Yeah.
Wow.
They don't know why we're like
Brandon,
this.
it's crazy how these like just celeb people go like. I mean, Michael Jackson was one of them. There's videos on YouTube. If you just put Michael Jackson with fans, this girl's like Michael crying, look like shaking just to go near or talk to this guy. It's wild.
Justin Bieber as well. That's another example I can
Yep.
think of, especially when he was younger. And that's a case study where we can look at him now and see like there's something off about this guy now. You know. So to what degree was he leveraged and utilized for something potentially similar, and what has that done to him?
Oh, and he hung out with Diddy, so
With has to be part of it. 'cause
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not normal either.
100%,
Oh, no,
definitely.
Taylor
He
Swift-
admitted to witchcraft, right?
witchcraft. But on top of that, like there has to be something deeper. From my niece to adults to gay men to people that are in the 60,000, 70,000 people watching and crying and losing their minds for a girl that does not have a voice, that is an okay performer, but it's just that is a brainwashing like MK Ultra. Like, and by the way, she still hasn't said who she's gonna vote for, but I'm pretty sure they're saving it. Go ahead.
Well, that would be the most impactful thing that anybody could do in the world is if she said that. But she might suffer the same fate as this person if she does, because they do not like when their creations turn against them. Because play this next one here.
Who's this?
John Lennon. Their creation turning against them because he was originally a creation of the Tavistock Institute, but he was a thinker and a free thinker and
Smoking
started
weed.
speaking against it.
Yeah, let's see this.
I don't believe overpopulation, you know. I think that's just a kind of myth that the government have thrown out to keep your mind off Vietnam and Ireland and all the important subjects.
Oh, I think you're wrong about that.
Oh, I don't care.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know, and I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12 way down the line. But I expressed it differently all through my life. It's the same thing I'm expressing all the time. But now I can put it into that sentence that I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know. If anybody can put on paper what our government and the American government, etc., and the Russian, Chinese, what they are actually trying to do, you know, and what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane. You know, but I'm liable to be put away as insane for expressing that. You know, that's what's insane about it. And the left wing talk about giving the power to the people. You know, anybody knows that the people have the power. All we have to do is awaken the power in the people. The people are unaware. It's like they're not educated to realize that they have power. They put the politicians in power. They vote for the local mayor. The people do it. But the system is so geared that everybody believes that just the father will fix everything. The father being the government. Government will fix everything. It is all government's fault. shake your fist at the government. Well, we are the government. The people are the government, and the people have the power, but we must try and make them aware of it.
But it's also interesting to notice who it is we assassinate. Do you ever notice who it is? Stop to think of who.
No, keep going.
Yeah, keep going. This is George Carlin.
It's always people who've told us to live together in harmony and try to love one another. Jesus, Gandhi, Lincoln, John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, John Lennon. They all said, try to live together peacefully. Bam! Right in the fucking head.
Pretty wild, but very, very accurate.
Yeah, so I mean that's where we're at though. So they freak out when their creations turn against them, and don't underestimate how much power because I mean let's be real, 80% of the population is kind of a mindless orb that can be flip flopped in one way or the other because I don't know, that's just the things we are, unfortunately. But somebody like him saying that is one of the most dangerous things in the world to the powers that be.
And what happened to him?
Yeah, dead.
Yeah.
So this thing, the Tavistock Institute, still exists to this day, and still they're actively doing things like convincing people to get their gender changed. Like they're the ones that are behind that. Like all the world powers go to this institute for when they want to make people think things. So the COVID stuff, that was from them. The gender stuff, the LGBT stuff, that's all from them.
So Brandon, is this like this institute? Do they report to is it reporting to like the CIA or what?
No, they're above the CIA.
I'm reading their Instagram page because they have an Instagram page.
Nah.
They only guess how many followers they have.
How many?
666. No, I'm just kidding. No, but they have 998 followers, and their bio sentence: deepening creative practices with organizations, weaving together the arts and social sciences.
Dude, it's social behavior engineering. They know how to manipulate you and move you. And like you said, Brendan, once these people sign the deal with the devil, like I was hearing this when I was younger. Britney Spears, like people like that dude, you've seen what she's turned into.
Yes.
They get her, they brainwash you, they have you in that thing. And then one day when you're like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. You know what she did? Because she tried to, this is what I heard, this is allegedly. She wanted to break away from the whole, Britney, I'm done. This is when she was younger. She went into a thing and shaved her head. Because she's like, I'm not going to do this image of I'm the beautiful girl. I'm done. She shaved her head, and then you know what they said? All right, bitch. It's over. You're crazy. We're taking your kids, and now she's a dude, just a empty soul. I feel so bad for her. She does those videos with the swords and everything. I know you probably.
They mentioned her in the book too. Actually, they mentioned her as she was part of this as well.
I agree.
And then they locked her money up because her father was in. And remember, there was the whole
conservatorship.
There was the whole free Britney movement.
And they threatened Kanye West with making him crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he got up, bro. Especially when he was like trying to go. Dude, the moment he was pro-Trump, they ran up on stage and they grabbed him at a concert and they put him in a mental thing to reevaluate him.
The text messages were released from his alleged manager at the time, saying that if you keep acting this way, I'm going to institutionalize you and we'll drug you again.
How the hell can you do that?
How did your mother feel about the Beatles, Rob? Was she red pill back then?
I don't know. Question. That's a good question because my 14-year-old liked it, and my mom, knowing my mom, if she knew about the Tavistock Institute and the ties to the Beatles, she would have immediately red pilled my 14-year-old and be like, "You can't listen to this shit," and then tell him. So I have no idea. I'll have to ask her.
All right.
What about your guys? Did your parents like the Beatles?
Oh, they loved them. My mom was obsessed with them.
So she got brainwashed.
Yeah, I mean it's a powerful brainwashing measure. You know, it's literally scientifically hacking your brain through music.
Well, even the assassination of John Lennon is very odd when you look at Mark David Chapman. The
MK
guy
Ultra as fuck.
Well, because very odd. He flew all the way from, I believe, Hawaii was where it was at, and he stalked. And the whole reason he was doing that was because he wanted to try and win over the lesbian actress Jodie Foster, who turned out to be a lesbian, so she wasn't even into him.
Guys, so wait, because you talk about mom, then go to your mom. Mom, you're live. Say hi to everybody.
Hey.
Mom, we want to ask you a question. When the Beatles were around, were you like one of those crazy, like, Mom, were you crazy for the...
No. I liked only yesterday. I didn't like the fast music. I'm from the
So you weren't brainwashed. Good, you're not a sheep. But Mom, out of all the singers, all the artists, who was your favorite one?
From that time?
When you were, back in the days when you were, a young little vixen running around. Are you an Elvis girl?
I went to see Elvis, believe it or not, in Madison Square Garden.
Did you cry and try to grab his crotch?
No, I like his music. He was a good entertainer.
All right, Mom, I love you. We got to go. We have more stories.
You want to say hi to Vero?
Vero, put your clothes on, you psycho. All right, I love you guys. Bye. My mom, she was a good, wholesome Christian.
I just wanted to say one quick thing, if I
ahead.
could, before we move on. You guys realize that it's the exact same thing with modern music today, though. If anything, it's gotten even worse. It's to the point where it's in literally nearly almost all forms of modern music. And that's why for me, like, yes, I'll listen to things like socially occasionally, but you know, you have to understand that your ears are the door to your subconscious mind. You need to guard them with your life. And music is specifically designed to put you in a low vibration, to fill you with negative thoughts. And so I literally on my phone, like, I'll occasionally listen to music here and there, but it's literally just like rain sounds and classical music. That's it.
You're making it sound good, Amy. She quit listening to music for like a year because it had the wrong vibrations.
It's true.
Yeah, you're right, though.
You're
I
crazy
respect
person.
everything
You want to
that
fight me about it?
You're a crazy person.
No, she's onto
I'm
it.
saying her now because I realized that.
Yeah,
Really?
and by the way,
Yeah.
I have to give credit, Rob, because I want to go to the next story. I'm going to give credit where credit's due, Amy. I swear to you, if I look at my history on my phone right now, in the mornings, I listen to the frequencies of 11, 960 something, 8. It's positive, it's healing, and then I listen to like Christian, fun, uplifting music, guys. I used to listen to hip hop and everything, and I wanted to kill everybody. I wanted to fight. Like, you can't listen to death metal and be like a normal person.
And that's what I do all day.
That's why you're freaking insane.
It's grindcore from the morning to afternoon.
Yeah, you're freaking.
And maybe it would slip in some torture tapes in the middle.
Got you. So, Rob,
Nice.
we're gonna say something because I want to move on.
Oh, quickly.
Go.
The rise in the it's really interesting thinking about this. The rise in the from my perspective.
The gays. Just say the gays.
Yeah.
Well, the rise in the gay community and it being like it was always like, hey, should gay marriage be legal? Should gays be allowed to adopt? That was one thing. But then this whole trans movement for me really started coming in 2008, 9, 10. And I started thinking, okay, who was huge in the music world at that point?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Wow.
Exactly. And so I'm sitting and I'm going, as you guys are laying this out, I'm like, man, can we apply this to the gay agenda that we currently see going on with the indoctrination of our youth? Where did that track back to? And Lady Gaga was very much out there. Be who you are. We love you no matter what you are. You can be a girl. You can be a guy. We're going to accept you no matter what. Well, like, did that have the same impact? Just
I
something that we
think,
should look
Rob,
at.
great point. I mean, dude, think about it. Like, yeah, and then
And
now
our
look
first
at-
gay president during 2008, too.
Well, and she was heavily influenced by the most satanic figure ever.
Wait, yeah, you guys want to hear? Did you hear that? She was influenced by who's the satanic?
Abramovich.
Abramovich. I
Yeah.
seen Jay-Z hanging out with her
Yeah,
too.
everyone hangs out with
She did
she's
spirit
Satan
cooking. She'd have
himself.
spirit cooking things, which if you guys want to look it up. It's pretty freaking disgusting. What's up, everybody? Vincent O'Shaughnessy here. If you want to see me and the entire Valuetainment crew, we will be at the Vault Conference September 4th through the 7th at the Palm Beach Convention Center, hosted by none other than Patrick Bet-David and featuring Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Guys, this is the place to be. If you are an entrepreneur and you want to level up, do not miss this opportunity. This is the best place to network. If you want tickets, go to thevaultconference.com. Do not waste time. This thing is going to sell out, and I will see you guys there. Peace and love. So if you like this clip, click right here. And if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.